The opening round of the 2018 Canadian Rally Championship was anything but conventional. The defending champ, absent. His usual competition, nowhere to be seen. This opened the leaderboard to a new crop of drivers eager to make their mark.
Me, honestly, I've been doing rally for the past 5 years, and I've never seen that many chances of someone being on the podium and actually winning the rally.
It's pretty open for everyone to take the win or podium spot, so I'm looking forward to that.
And the podium was dominated by these rising stars. Now, spurred on by a taste of success, two of the new challengers have traveled to the Rocky Mountain Rally to prove that East doesn't fear West. But on these difficult mountain roads, they'll face not only the majesty of the mountains, but also the return of the king.
We never said we were quitting, and it was always the plan to try to come back and do as many rallies as possible.
Invermere, British Columbia. Soaring mountains, stunning scenery, challenging roads. The perfect setting for the second round of the Canadian Rally Championship and the return of the defending champion, Antoine Lestage.
Yeah, very happy to be here in Invermere for the Rocky Mountain Rally. Like everybody know, with Subaru's decision to not continue with their team at the end of 2017, it was a bit hard for the team and we couldn't make it to Personnage, but we never said we were quitting, and it was always the plan to try to come back and do as many rallies as possible. For now, we're going to go one at a time, but yeah, we're here. Big thanks to Rocket Rally, big effort from them, and thanks to our partners, and looking forward to a good rally.
It's going to take a strong effort, that's for sure. We got Antoine here, bought us some new cars, so yeah, I mean, some tough competition for the podium, and I'll just do what I can. Hopefully be chasing Antoine down and not let him get away too quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask for anything better. I actually really like that we have this competition that's going to make us all race more and enjoy the event more.
It's going to be a war. I'm sure we'll all be trading times, and it's really going to be a tire choice, tire pressure. It's going to be the fine details that really do it. You know, are you prepared to go 6 inches from the edge or 5 inches from the edge, and how far are you prepared to push without going too far?
These are my roads. I've done these roads a lot. I'm very familiar with them. It's ours to lose. You know, we've got the speed, we've got the skills, we've got the experience. We just need to keep the car on the road.
Challenging the teams anchored in the West are two of the sport's rising stars from the East.
It's a long effort. I mean, my father actually drove the rig for a full week to come here. It's a long way, but we're happy to be here. First Rocky Mountain Rally for me, first experience, new notes, so lots of challenges to face. The roads are not that fast, actually, so it's a strong point for me. I'm good in the technical sections, and there's a lot of them in what I've saw yesterday in the Ricky. So we're ready to face those roads and actually to compete with the guys in front.
So the expectation for the Rocky Mountain here is to learn a lot about the rally. We are in four-wheel drive production class car, so we are used to battle with a lot of open class car, but here the goal is only to manage the driving, keep it to the end, and have a good drive and make more point possible in the class championship.
32 teams face 180 stage kilometers over 2 days. Rough roads mixed with limited service stops means endurance is key. The Canadian Rally Championship is brought to you by Subaru. Confidence in motion.
Let's do this, bud. Yeah, man. Have a good one. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Flat left 5. And right 5. Opens a little over crest. Don't go wide. 50.
After missing the first event of the season, the championship duo of Antoine Lestage and Alan Ockwell leads the teams into the stages. With Subaru Rally Team Canada withdrawing at the end of 2017, Lestage is now entered as a privateer, but this is nothing new. 8 of his 10 championships were earned while running his own team. Brandon Semenuk earned a big win here last year, and with veteran co-driver John Hall, they're playing it smart.
4 right plus. So 4 right plus and small crest and hook, 3 left minus long.
Semenuk knows that the road to a championship is to keep edging closer and closer to Lestage's stage times. Right away, that strategy slots them firmly in second. After a string of bad luck, Boris Djordjevic spent the off-season completely rebuilding his car from the ground up. He's posting good times, but speed has never been his problem. This event is especially tough on unproven cars. At the other end of the spectrum, Christian Ostrowski might not have the outright speed of Djordjevic, but he sets consistently quick times on the opening loop, putting him in podium contention. David Nicol, backed up by co-driver Alex Gelsomino, is a podium threat but has struggled with consistency in the past, often finding the limit the hard way. The Rocket Rally Subaru Crosstreks are potent cars, and Nicol is looking to keep it on the road for its full potential.
Left 6 short, 40. Right 6, 30. Keep right over crest, 30.
Unfamiliar roads? Check. Brand new pace notes? Check. Untested modifications to the car? Check. And yet, Simon Vincent and Hubert Gaudreau need no excuses. From the start of the first stage, they're in the battle at the top, setting times that are making Nicol and Ostrowski uncomfortable. Their rivals and friends from Quebec, Nicolas Lavergiere and Vincent Trudel, are also starting strong, leading the production all-wheel drive class. Nick Spencer and David Ma are doing their best to keep them honest. In two-wheel drive, the class is dominated by the Fiestas of Jason Bailey and Wim van der Poel. Bailey has the advantage of a couple years' experience in the Fiesta, including a class championship. Van der Poel is new to two-wheel drive, but is making Bailey work for it. Both of them are shaming many turbocharged all-wheel drive cars, with Bailey ending the loop in the top 10. After 3 stages, Lestage is already out to a dominant lead. Semenuk and Djordjevic round out the top 3, while Vincent and Nicol battle for 4th. Bailey leads two-wheel drive. The teams return for the only service of the day when we come back.
Subaru has been in Canada for a long time, building a reputation as champions in the toughest of conditions. 13-time Canadian Rally Manufacturers Champion and counting. Claim your own piece of history for $29,995. Subaru, confidence in motion.
The first loop of stages is complete at the Rocky Mountain Rally, and with over a minute lead, Antoine Lestage is already in command of this event.
Yeah, everything went well. 3 good stages, and right away I felt at home in the car. Same thing with Holland. That's what we were hoping. We had a very good pace on the first stage, even though it was very loose, and we had to clean for the other guys. But yeah, quite happy so far.
Start of the loop was okay. Car was underpowered, and then we managed to make a little change. But we started the stage with no power steering. We got a 45-minute service. Car's pretty dialed, but quick power steering pump, and yeah, the car will be back to new.
It went well. We took it easy for the first stage, and taking it easy is a big word, but now we're about a good battle with David Nicol, but at the same time a good battle with Nicolas Lavergiere. So looking forward to that battle throughout the day. We're good so far.
In the production all-wheel drive class, Nicholas Spencer is doing everything he can to keep Lavergiere on his toes.
I don't know if it's much of a battle. He's a really good driver. Yeah, he's got a really fast car and a really good co-driver. So they like he came out here. He doesn't know these roads at all, and he's beaten us by 10 seconds almost a stage. So I decided that we were gonna give him a run for his money and make him earn it honestly, and he's definitely doing that. Kudos to him because he's not letting up any, and he's doing awesome.
So far, so good. Keeping it between the trees. That's where we need to be. Lots of big rocks around there. We've gone around them. Our notes were spectacular. We had all the spots we really needed to watch out for well marked. So keeping it clean, keeping it quick, but not taking any chances and no moments.
Antoine Lestage and Alan Ockwell lead the teams back into the forest. All of the remaining stages are turnaround roads alternating uphill and downhill, which requires the drivers to change methods on each pass.
Care to sub the small crest and late left 4 plus and right 5 minus, don't cut, rock, opens over small crest. And
Nobody knows how to deal with this change in rhythm like the defending champions. Semenuk and Hall are in a tough position. Last year's winners have been unable to catch Lestage, but likewise nobody else is putting pressure on the red and black crosstrek. This leaves them managing their own pace, a minute behind the champs and a minute ahead of the rest of the field. New car teething issues are hampering Boris Djordjevic's car, causing intermittent engine cutouts. He's starting to lose ground to Nickel, Vincent, and Ostrowski, but when Boris is able to put together a clean rally, he's undeniably fast. There's nothing more frustrating than technical issues for a driver, but he's pushing on despite the setback. Dave Nickel and Alex Gelsomino are also having minor issues, but they're pressing through them. They have their own battle to fight. Simon Vincent has overtaken Ostrowski and is now rapidly closing the gap to Nickel. Nickel is a veteran of the Rocky Mountain Rally and knows where to push, which is keeping him ahead of Vincent for the moment.
Minus after press, go minus after press. Into danger, sleepy braking to gauche R, absolute stay mid.
Jason Bailey and Shane Peterson have a commanding lead in two-wheel drive, but the Rocky Mountain Rally takes no prisoners. A broken control arm stops them on the second-last stage of the day. While they will restart the rally tomorrow, they earn 15 minutes worth of penalties for the missed stages, putting the win out of reach.
Whatever was that before is broken now.
With Bailey out of contention, Wim van der Poel and Brian Lord take the two-wheel drive lead. The move to the two-wheel drive class is proving to be a positive change for the team.
40, left 5.
In production all-wheel drive, Laverdiere is pushing to keep Spencer behind him, but the dust is getting worse as the day wears on.
50, droite 6 plus sur la ferme, keep in.
A misjudged corner, and it's all over for Laverdiere.
C'est correct? Ouais, c'est bon, t'as un shot. On est correct, Nico, ça va? T'es-tu correct? Ouais.
Lestage, Semenuk, Djordjevic, Nickel, and Vincent are your top 5 at the end of the first day. Spencer inherits the production all-wheel drive lead, and Van der Poel leads the Bobbins in two-wheel drive. The teams face the final day of competition at the Rocky Mountain Rally after the break.
Take your driving to the next level at Dirtfish. Gain confidence behind the wheel of an all-wheel drive Subaru STI or rear-wheel drive Subaru BRZ. Get sideways with skills on multiple surfaces. Gravel, mud, and tarmac. Dirtfish offers programs for every driver. Visit dirtfish.com for details.
A new day dawns at the Rocky Mountain Rally, round 2 of the Canadian Rally Championship. The teams are set to take on one of the most challenging and iconic stages of the series, Hawk Road. After a long climb up, the fast downhill return offers a chance for brave drivers to shine.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 30, left tightens to 4, crest, opens little, and tightens little, keep in.
Antoine Lestage and Alan Ockwell know that with over a minute in the bank, they don't have to press their luck. Their rally came to an end on this stage last year, and they don't want a repeat. The big question is, how many rallies are the champions going to run this year? The championship this year will be decided by consistency over the full 7 events. Brandon Semenuk and John Hall continue to be untouched in second.
4 left half long, tightens 3 minus. And 2 right, opens over crest up 100.
This strategy led them to victory last year, and they are exactly where they need to be. Although Boris Djordjevic is showing patience in the face of increasing technical problems, it's costing him time. Boris and co-driver Martin Burnley are still solidly in third, but could be in danger of losing their podium spot if the problems get worse. Boris has all of the ingredients to be a major player in the hunt for the championship: dedication, speed, and commitment. Once he sorts his car out, he'll be a constant threat. Making life difficult for Djordjevic is the battle for fourth between Dave Nicol and Simon Vincent. The day starts with the gap at just 15 seconds. Nicol knows these roads well and is hoping that advantage keeps him ahead of the charging driver from Quebec. Vincent and co-driver Hubert Gaudreau are having none of it. They press hard through the loop, taking over fourth place on the first uphill run, while Nicol takes it back on the downhill return. Ostrowski's consistency continues to serve him well. If the battles ahead of him result in attrition, he could find himself on the podium. In two-wheel drive, Wim van der Poel is putting his road knowledge and car handling to good use to stay in command of the class.
Right 4 short line into a left 4, keep in, minus, over a crest.
After a string of bad luck in his previous car, it's great to see what this driver can do with reliable wheels under him. Wim and Brian Lord are managing to keep local heroes Matt and Dan Bobbin at bay. Lestage stays in command. Semenuk and Djordjevic continue to round out the top 3, while the battle for fourth intensifies between Nicol and Vincent. The second and final service of the event is the last chance for teams to evaluate their cars and their strategies.
Yeah, everything went well. That famous Hawk stage up and down. Pretty challenging road, but everything went well with us. We're managing today. We didn't take any chances, went very slow on the rough stuff and everything's good. So that's the plan for today. We'll try to do the same on the repeat of that loop and bring her home.
It was pretty good. I actually didn't think I was that on it on stage 1. I thought I would have maybe lost a bit of time. I definitely prefer the downhill compared to the uphill. It's just a little more speed and you kind of get the car moving a bit more. So yeah, you don't have to all rely entirely on power. You can just keep your momentum up.
First loop of the day here at Rocky Mountain went great. We took some seconds off David Nicol, so now we're 3 seconds apart. It's a really close battle, and we're gaining time on him, and he has the advantage of knowing the roads very well. So it's going to be hard. I want to push, but I still want to assure good points to take the championship lead. So I'm looking forward to the second set of stages this afternoon.
Going up was not that great. It was very dusty, and I heard it from more people. Nobody could get in their rhythm. I don't know what it was, probably because it's uphill and the dust. My strategy will be just drive it down the hill and keep it all together and finish.
First it was fine, had some power issues on the way up, so it cost us some time, but we patched it up on the top of the hill and kicked it on the way down, so we're excited to run back up with a full complement of resources under the hood. We're just not going to let up, so I'm going to push harder, find every tenth that I can in every corner, look for the edge, keep it on the road, but we're going to push really, really hard in these last 2 stages.
One last run up and down Hawk Road to the finish line of the Rocky Mountain Rally when we come back.
Subaru has been in Canada for a long time, building a reputation as champions in the toughest of conditions. 13-time Canadian Rally Manufacturers Champion and counting. Claim your own piece of history for $29,995. Subaru, confidence in motion.
It's the final loop of stages at the Rocky Mountain Rally, but the mountain roads ensure that none of the teams can let their guard down yet. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru, confidence in motion. This was the loop that ended in disaster last year for Antoine Lestage and Alan Ockwell, but with a big lead, they've dialed back their pace in order to preserve the car to the finish.
Right 5 push short of small dip and left 6 keep in, into care, keep right to the left 4 hook maybe, opens little over crest, and left into crest, blind right 4 minus 3 dip, keep out, into left 4 plus over small crest, opens over second small crest.
The team knows that if they want to repeat as champions this year, they'll need maximum points at every rally they enter. With Lestage and Ockwell shifting to conservation mode, it opens up the chance for Semenuk and Hall to show what they're really capable of. While still driving intelligently, they win the uphill pass of the stage, all but ensuring their second place finish. Amazing performance despite battling minor issues through the event. Less lucky is Boris Djordjevic. His car will ultimately let him down and out of the rally. This should mean that the battle between Nickel and Vincent is now for the podium, but that ends prematurely. Nickel's team is assessed a 20-minute penalty for servicing the car in a remote refuel area, which is not allowed.
Gauche 5 short. Gauche 5 short to droite 5 short.
Vincent has found his groove, driving the same car his father campaigned here 16 years earlier.
Attention, droite 2.
Ostrowski keeps his pace steady and quick, finishing the rally just outside the podium in 4th overall. Although Jason Bailey makes a heroic effort to get back on the two-wheel drive podium, it's Wim van der Poel who stays on top of the class to the finish.
Left 5, short, 120. Left 5 minus, opens, keep left over crest.
Matt and Dan Bobbin in their trusty GTI take home second place honors. It's clear that Antoine Lestage and Alan Ockwell didn't lose any of their chemistry during their brief sabbatical. They've been untouchable since the first kilometer, showing that the shift back to privateer status hasn't slowed them one bit, and the overall win is theirs.
Okay. Good job, man. Yeah, nice one. Good weekend. Yep.
Another rally, another win for Antoine Lestage. Brandon Semenuk and Simon Vincent round out the podium, while Wim van der Poel takes home a top 10 finish in the two-wheel drive honors. With back-to-back podium finishes, Simon Vincent takes the lead of the Canadian Rally Championship.
Yeah, no, everything went well. No big drama. We just hit a big rock in the last stage coming down, and we bent one of the front control arm, but nothing crazy. We just cruised down slowly, and everything fine. So it's another win, and I'm quite happy with that. And so far, like Alan and I, we've won the last 6 rallies we've entered. We've won them, so really happy. Thanks to Rocket Rally, thanks to Pirelli, thanks to all of our partners. It was a big effort, a bit last minute, but everything went well, and we're super happy.
We had a fun day, set some better times than yesterday, so pretty good all in all. Managed to hold on a second after yesterday, so we just kind of maintained that, and now we're here.
I'm really proud. I mean, all went according to plan. We get the podium here, so really happy about those points. Take the championship lead at the same time. Couldn't ask for more, I'd say, considering that Antoine entered late, like Monday, the event, so we figured that we were aiming for a podium, and with even Antoine and ex-Subaru Canada car on winning the event, we're really stoked to have that amount of points and take the championship lead.
Feels really good. We had a great day, and it was good that we had Jason in front of us and that we couldn't catch him in the beginning. But we stayed close, and I don't know, we were a little bit lucky that Jason had a bad moment with the rock, and we could finish it. When Jason was gone, it was just keeping the car on the road and make it safe back here, and we did.
With 5 rounds remaining, the Canadian Rally Championship is still anyone's to win. Can Vincent hold on to his points lead? Or can the defending champ steal his thunder? A lot can happen between now and December.